All right, all right, all right. I know I said 6 o'clock, but shit. What the hell? I'm a little early. Besides, I'm from Arkansas, y'all. I can actually honestly claim that I can't tell time none too gooder. So how's everybody doing tonight? The Parkies? Hey, how's everything from the land of missile silos and cornfields? Okay, I mean, it. Don't get me wrong, all right? I'm not bashing you guys. I'm not bashing where you live. I've driven through Kansas before, and by the time I got back to Oklahoma, I swear I was looking for toothpicks to prop under my eyelids because that's one of the most boring drives I've ever made in my life. Uh, well, I guess y'all are kind of wondering why I'm here tonight. Yeah, Yeah, running down. I'm starting a little bit early. Julie, I know you're making dinner, hun. Don't worry about it. It's cool. You got to do your thing. Hey, Josh, what's happening, brother? Shade tree surgeon in the house. So, anyway, uh, I sat down to do our video for tonight's episode of Ramblin' Park, and that's when I realized I had a wee bit of a problem. Hey, Mr. G, how are you, sir? Kibbles and bits? What's happening, man? Viking, my man, how are you, dude? Thank you. I'm quite fond of my shirt myself. That's why I bought it. I mean, how cool can you get? All right. It's a trapper keeper with an astronaut riding on a T Rex. That ticks all the boxes, man. Hey, Randy, what's up, dude? So, anyway, I'm pretty sure that my microphone's pooped on me earlier today because all the audio that I recorded along with the video that I was shooting for tonight, well, it, yeah, no bueno, no good. Saddle Tramp, what's up, brother? Grumbles? Well, um, I bet if there was somebody standing on your front porch beating on the door saying, "Hey, I got $1 million for you," that would be a legitimate excuse, and I would totally understand. Okay. Hey, Pony, what's happening, man? So anyway, I got to get a hold of the company that I bought my mics from. I did find out they got an 18-month warranty on their junk, so hopefully they'll cover me on it. But yeah, so here we are. The next challenge that I'm facing is I got to figure out how in the hell I'm going to, basically do a voiceover for 45-ish minute long video and everything because the stuff that pops out of my head is very, very random. I'm talking like very, and most of it I don't even know what in the hell I'm saying or when I'm going to say it. Josh, I appreciate it, dude. Really, I do. I I'm gonna try like hell to get these things warranted, like what we were talking about earlier. And if I do, hey, great, cool, man, I owe you. Besides, you still got to swing by the shop because I got something for you whenever you get there. Call it a belated birthday present. Well, Grumbles, I'm glad that could help you, man. Legit. And I I did a thing, okay? I kind of went over, stator, rotor, how to swap all that stuff out, be it whether in the bike or, up on the bench like we got right now. And honestly, I thought it was a really good episode. I was pretty proud of myself for that. And then I realized, oh, poop, there's no sound. So, yeah. On the upside, though, it'll probably keep me from hanging my head in shame at my egregiously deficient, sketch that I drew up on the whiteboard because, I mean, I can't draw, y'all. Y'all know this, okay? I mean, I look like somebody that's got palsy standing on a trampoline in an earthquake. Yeah, it's that bad. Brother Buck in the house. How are you doing, my man? Haven't talked to you in a couple days, son. I know this was kind of a impromptu last minute thing, but hey, here we are. Pete, what's up, man? John Gilbert from Pico. How you doing up there in the Panhandle, brother? Did you guys get a little bit of this rain like we did earlier this afternoon? Because man, I'm telling you, it it felt great while it was hanging around, but after it left, oh man, it got sticky. Hey Diana, how are you, hon? Oh man, sorry guys, I'm having to read comments. I am totally unsupervised here and I'm flying by the seat of my pants, so bear with me. I don't have the beloved wife unit here to act as a guiding handler for me. Clutch went out on your son's bike. What kind of bike's your son got? Maybe I can help you out with that. Because I know a lot of places don't keep parts anymore, but I can damn sure turn you on to a place where you can get them quick and cheap. Sorry, gang, I'm catching up on comments here. But anyways, how did we get here? How did all this coalesce and come into this spot here? Hey Jen, what's happening? Well, let's see here. First off, the alarm went off this morning, and I sleep like the dead. Not gonna lie, not gonna try to sugarcoat it. I can sleep in a damn wheelbarrow. That's just me, all right? And the thing is, my beloved wife unit is an extremely light sleeper. And this is the problem because my alarm has to be like ungodly wake the dead loud to even make me twitch. And this was one of her days where she was going to go in a little bit later. So, yeah, they didn't start off well. And that was my fault. But, anyways, um, so after that, I had to get up and wash my funky butt, and I had to go to a doctor's appointment. And it ain't nothing bad, y'all. I had to go do the whole blowing a tube thing for a pulmonology appointment because I've got to get my CPAP machine updated because of my sleep apnea, or at least that's what I'm told. Uh, Funny story behind this. My original pulmonologist that I was working with whenever I first got my CPAP machine, he's like, here, take this, come back in 30 days, we'll check you out, and, we'll tweak it. Well, I show up for my 30-day follow-up appointment, and the nurse behind the counter is like, oh, did nobody tell you? And I'm like, tell me what? Well, Dr. So-and-so passed away 2 days ago. And I'm like, wow, man. I Okay, only me. Go figure, right? And then I'm walking back out to the truck out in the parking lot, and all of a sudden it hits me like a bolt of lightning. I'm like, wow, that son of a bitch. I mean, if you're going to quit me, at least give me some kind of notice or something. Jesus, that was rude. Okay, bad joke, I admit. All right. And I'm probably going to pay for it whenever I wind up in the warm place in the hereafter. But it was funny at the time, and it's still damn funny. Rainy, I think the biggest majority of us here have blown in a tube for reasons. Okay, um, that dude, they sent me last week to go get a freaking CT scan of my chest for all my broke ribs and everything from a couple of years ago. Whenever I had a customer's bike try to check me out, I mean, you know, what the hell? All right. And their logic behind that is they want to make sure that all the places where all the rib fractures are stitched together and everything isn't putting pressure on my lung tissue. You would think that if you had something like that going on, you'd kind of feel it. Maybe occasionally you'd go, ouch, that stings. And I haven't had any of that. So, um, as much as I'm willing to play along with the new guy, I'm kind of wondering just how much he's soaking my insurance company for. Makes you wonder. Buck, sadly, she has to leave me unsupervised far more often than her comfort level would normally tolerate. But such is life. We've got to do adult things, and it is what it is. Now, she still writes my address on the inside of my underwear in case I stray too far off the res and I need somebody to help me find my way. Oh, Flash, I wouldn't necessarily call it outliving the guy. I mean, mad props to this dude. Okay, whenever I first went to him, I thought, "Oh, you're the doctor? You look like you need to be a patient, man," because this guy, he looked like he was well into his 70s. So mad props to him for working up to that point, and he just did, and that was it. It was done. So yeah. Oh, Pete, I'm so sorry that you can still hear me. Me and my delicate bumpkin twang. Let's see here. Running down the dream. I promise I'm gonna look for you, man. But if you put up what kind of bike you had, I missed it, dude. Throw that back up there for me, so I got something to go off of. Dustin, The wife unit and Lala are very well capable of supervising themselves to whatever degree of comfort or personal discomfort to the immediate people around them that they see fit. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is she's a grown ass woman and she can take care of her own damn self. Okay. And maybe whenever you see this in the replay later on tonight when you get home, I love you and you are precious to me and you are the light of my life. Okay, okay, okay. Obligatory ass kissing moment over. Simon, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. Ah, well, I will say one thing. At least it's a tiny, tiny smidge bit cooler than it was earlier today. We had a thunderstorm roll through here, and it was raining like a cow pissed on a flat rock for a good part of an hour there, and that cooled things down right good and well. Josh, the push rod adjustment thing, unfortunately, that was part of what got jacked up. So I'm going to have to go back and redo that. We'll touch base on that here in the very near future. But anyways, the big thing right now, I get a frame back for this thing tomorrow. I get wheels back for this thing tomorrow. Oh shit! That means I got to clean the shop out and I got to find space to put a frame and a couple of wheels with tires on them. That way I can start building a motorcycle. Well, on the upside here, I can start picking shit up out of the floor and putting it back on a bike. So that's a plus. We're going to view this as a positive. Well, Mr. Gilbert, I hate to hear that. Um, we're not going to dive into we're not going to dive into that period, okay? Because I have my thoughts, and I'm sure quite a few of you guys out there have yours. And let's just say that the only reason why I went and got the poke is because Uncle Sam said I had to so I could go see Squid Boy at his boot camp graduation. So there's that. Oh, running down. I know exactly the bike you're talking about. It's a clone of the old Virago 250, Route 66, Star 250, whatever sticker they decided to put on the gas tank that day. Yeah, man. Dude, I'll tell you right now, if you go on Amazon, you can find those things and probably get them in like a day or so, dude. Actually, here, let me jump on there real quick and just to see what I can see. All right. Bear with me, guys. I'll be right back. Actually, no, here, I'll do it off my phone. Hey, Dragon, how you doing, man? Let us see here. XV250 clutch. Survey says, oh, looky right there. Friction plates, 25 bucks. Unfortunately, they don't have them on Prime, but they are on Amazon, okay? And they're from Caltrick. I've used quite a bit of stuff from Caltrick over the past couple of years. And honestly, I really don't have any gripe about them from the price point. I've actually got one of their clutches in the Bastard Glide right now, and it's been in there for going on 40,000 miles now. So yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good testimonial there, especially as bad as I beat on my crap. Josh, the upgraded hydro lifters on a shovel. Google for Velvetouch lifters or Velvetouch shovel head. I can't remember. It'll be one of those two right there. But their shit works. And my customer here on midnight, he got lucky because that was already in there whenever he got a hold of this bike. Miller, what's up, dude? I like the shirt myself, okay? I mean, T Rexes and astronauts and trapper keepers, oh my. Tara, I hear you, okay? It was 100 degrees here in Tampa yesterday, and actually, that's actual temp. That's not heat index or anything. And that was actually the highest recorded temperature since they've started keeping track of the static air temperature here in Tampa back like in the 20s, I think. So, yeah, end of the day, it's really damn hot. Uh, hang on, man. Hang on, Run. Let me check out eBay for you real quick. Let us see here. XV250. It would help if I could type and spell. XV 250. Hey, running down. Where exactly are you located at again? Give me an idea here, Bubba. Alexis. Oh God, we have the Elder Sprague in the house, guys. Hey, kid, how you doing? How's the Nugget and how's the how's the Parasite? If you guys didn't know, Lexus in the chat here, that's our eldest Sprague. Um, we love her. We really do. I mean, she was such a considerate child. She stopped growing at age 12. That way we could save a lot of money on clothes and stuff for her because, we could shop in the little kids section at Walmart. It helped a lot. Hey, running down, have you checked the adjuster bolt for the clutch adjustment on the side of the motor where the throwout is? I'm going off of memory here, so if I'm off target here, please understand. But um, check that throwout bolt. Put as much, actually disconnect your clutch cable and that adjuster bolt. It should be like a 10 millimeter nut with like a Phillips head screw in the middle of it. Break the nut loose and screw the adjuster bolts in until you just feel it touch. Back that thing out about half to 3/4 of a turn and then lock it back down and see if you get some of your clutch back. Every time you hit the like button, they find a 10 millimeter. Oddly enough, I don't have a problem with 10 millimeters going on walkabout. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that kind of weird. Flash, that is exactly the picture I was trying to describe without, being a total dick about it. But yeah, man, I mean, um, okay, you remember the village elder in Temple of Doom? Yeah, he looked like that guy. Jordan, two wheel shredder. How you doing, my man? Okay, getting back to this Yamaha clutch. Again, found this on eBay. It's Caltrick kit, 40 bucks. It ships to you from probably California because that's where the majority of the Caltrick stuff comes from. Um, but this kit has the friction plates, the steel plates, and the springs. So you're covered on all fronts there. And yeah, it ships out of California. So California to you, dude, if you bought this thing, real world, it would probably be to you by the end of the week. Okay. There's a real good chance of it because you're pretty much in the middle. Usually, when I get stuff from them, it takes a full 5 to 7 working days. But, you know, oh, shut. Man, they tried to put the screws to you, didn't they? Shoot. But anyway, like I was saying, if you go the Caltrick route via eBay, there's a real good chance you'll have it by the end of the week. Oh, dude, what are you fighting with on the KLR? I mean, what happened to everybody's favorite Mad Max mobile? Sick. What's up, dude? I didn't see you sneak in, man. Neil, how are you, sir? Man, you guys are sneaky and shit. Y'all's popping in here everywhere. Dan, how you doing, Bubba? Haven't seen you in a while. Of course, then again, I don't do a live all that often, so there we are. Yeah. Brett, I have no idea why you're having a hard time finding rear wheel bearings for an XS 1100. What year is this thing? That. It's still hot. 81 XS 1100. Bear with me, guys. I got to use my laptop for this, but let's check out All Balls Racing, shall we? Let's see here. 81 Yamaha XS 1100. Yamaha XS 1100. Right there. Let's see what they got. Wheel bearing kit front. Well, that's bizarre. They don't show a rear wheel bearing kit for it. Huh. Okay. So, hey, Alexis. Nugget, how you doing, buddy? Glad I could finally catch you before your bedtime, little dude. So anyway, getting back to this XS 1100, Brett. Um, hmm. Bear with me, guys, because I've got to do a little bit of a deeper dive here. Let's see what World of Power Sports says. Because I don't know if their parts fish files goes back to 81 on Yamaha or not, but we're going to find out. Parts, clicky, clicky. Come on, load up. There we go. Let's do the thing. Motorcycle. Let's, yeah, definitely show more. Let's see here. 81. Hey, cool. Well, let's see here. Front wheel, rear wheel. Where is rear wheel? Rear wheel. There we go. All right, let's see what we can see here, guys. 3, that should be a spacer. No, that's bearing cylinder. So it uses a needle bearing there. 4, that's the bearing. 4 and 39. That's a dust cover, looks to be. You know what, dude? I tell you, hit me up over on the Discord channel, over on the JTMJ Discord, and send me your contact info. Let me do a little bit of digging on this, okay? Because you should be able to wipe off the grime and spooge on the side of the bearing, and you should have some numbers there. If you can get me those bearing numbers, I can find that stuff for you on Amazon, eBay, something like that. You can find it at your local bearing supply house, because bearing numbers like that, for the most part, are industry standardized across the board. Okay. Now, they may have done something a little bit wonky and weird, but one way or the other, I can find you the bearings you need for the ass end of that thing. Hey, Nubby, what's happening, man? I didn't see you sneak in, dude. Oh, you said your internet croaked. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Running down. Hang on one second. Let me get that for you, man. Bear with me. Let us see here. Let's see if I can actually do this, because I'm not the techie person that the beloved wife unit is. That ought to get you, man. Now, the Discord link, that is in the Patreon. Now, remember, man, Bubba, it doesn't cost you a single damn dime to join my Patreon, all right? We've got free member options. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be, okay? Now, whenever you first log into the Patreon, you're going to see a pinned post up there at the top that says Merry Christmas, everybody, or something to that effect. To be honest with you guys, I need to go in there and I need to change that and update it, because that is getting a bit old. But if you go in there, the link's in there, click it, that ought to take you right to the Discord, okay? Yeah, Brett, if you can pull that thing apart, if you can see the bearing numbers on there, that will help tremendously. Now, on the right side, when you're sitting on the bike, according to the parts diagram I'm looking at, that's not a ball bearing. That's a needle bearing. So that one you probably ain't going to be able to see any numbers off of. But let me do. I've got your info on your bike. let me do a little bit of digging on that. Hit me up on the Discord. We'll get together on it. We'll find you what you need, man. Man. Fearsome name in the house. Hey, you ain't late. You right on time, man. You got here when you needed to. Running down, I'm going to be totally brutally honest with you here, okay? As far as uh, transplanting a 450 or 500 into it, do not do that, dude. That's a road that you do not want to go down, okay? Now, let's be real here. The next logical step up from a 250 is going to be something along the lines of a 650 V Star, 750 Honda Shadow. Honestly, I tend to push people more towards the 750 Shadow than I do the 650 V Star, just because the V Star is a simpler bike. It's an easier bike to maintain in most respects. It's got a couple of quirks to it. The one thing that limits it, though, is how low geared it is. Because if you're doing highway speed, like 65, 70 mile an hour, dude, that thing is wound up. Okay, I mean, it sounds like you're just giving it hell because you are. You're using up a lot of the tack there, and it's a good around town bike. It's a good 55 mile an hour and down bike. But anything, like I said, anything 65, 70, 75 mile an hour, it's just too cranked up, man. The Honda 750 Shadow's got more legs to it, and it's just as forgiving for a step up bike or a first time rider learner. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Flipping Zippo in the house. What's happening, dude? But anyway, so yeah, about tonight's live stream for the people that are just now joining us. I think my microphones well, I think they pooped themselves. So I gotta holler at the company I bought them from and get them warranted. Miller, yes, this is coffee, okay? That this is not just coffee. This is not merely coffee. This is my happy anti-murder adulting juice, okay? That's what this is. I know I'm one of those bizarre people, and I'll sit there and I'll drink a cup of coffee when it's 110 degrees outside, like now. What's up, dude? Oh, me? No, you got Squid Boy in the back here hovering around like some kind of creeper. Come on in, man. Nutty, I'll tell you right now, dude. It kind of depends on where they're big at. What you need, bud?
No, it's just double mushroom Swiss cheese curds and
Double for me, single for your mom, and my cards in my wallet up there on the shelf.
Cool.
Cool. Sorry, we're having to take care of dinner because the plan for tonight completely went off the rails. But anyway, like I was saying, Nubby, if they're loose in the waist, that's going to be kind of miserable because by the time you cinch them up with a belt and everything, it's going to make a hot spot on you and you're going to get a rub and you ain't going to like it, dude. Trust me, I know. Scott Devilish DJ, I'm right there with you, Bubba. I'm wearing my fat kid stretchy Wranglers and my Walmart, my Walmart tacky boots, and it just works for me. Hey, J man, have a good evening, dude. It's not just anti-murder adulting juice, Flash. It's happy anti-murder adulting juice. Or to some people, Columbia's second most valuable contribution to modern society. We're not going to talk about the first. Oh man. Nubby, I'm right there with you, dude. I don't have abs, all right? I have an ab. They just kind of all went together. And I don't know about being shaped like a pear, but well, I'm I'm hydrodynamic. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Fargies, you ain't entirely wrong there. It's just one will get you awake. The other one will get you in prison. June, I totally agree with you. Round is a shape. And Mr. Gilbert, one of these days, whenever the opportunity presents itself, I would love to do a Honda chopper. I mean, old school CB 750 chops, the old single cam chops. Dude, those things, they've been built so many different ways over the years, and there's so many different ways they've yet to be built. I mean, it's literally a blank canvas. You can do whatever the hell you want with them. And somebody's going to be like, that's the coolest damn thing ever. Well, Scott, good on you, bud. That's something to be proud of, man. Seriously. I know people have struggled with that for many, many years. And sometimes it works out good, sometimes not so much. Props to you, man. Father figure. I like the way you think, Jeffy. Yeah, you can do a cafe racer with a single cam. You can do a chop. You can do a scrambler, kind of Mad Maxi type scrambler, but it works. Actually, several years ago, not too long after I first went to work for the Ride Factory, I had a customer. He had a 77 or 78. It was one of the last years of the single cam, but it had GSXR forks on the front. It had GSXR wheels on all three wheels. Notice I said all three because this thing had a sidecar from one of the Genuine Buddy scooters. It's like a knockoff of a Vespa, but he had the sidecar from that scooter on this CB750. All three wheels had GSXR aluminum wheels, and they all had knobby tires on them. I mean, this thing was just, yeah, it was kind of all over the page. But the thing is, it was so far all over the page that it was just cooler than shit, man. Oh, Josh, you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate you, dude. Pete, I'm right there with you, Bubba. I miss your face, man. Running down, I agree with you. Harley has Harley has ridden the coattails of the commercial hype and the urban folklore to where they are now. And in my personal opinion, they pushed that boundary far too hard because honestly, I think they're going backwards. I feel like their quality control has gone downhill in regards to the new Honda Davidson bike. I don't know what genius approved the development cycle of the M8 motor to stop where it's at right now because, hey, this thing's got problems, man. Like a lot of damn problems. People are blowing these damn things up right and left. Scott Devilish, now you know why I've got the Bastard Glide, okay? It fits my big ass. Actually, Shade Tree brings up a good point here about anybody picking up Ultima. Now, this isn't anything that's confirmed, etched in stone, but I've heard from more than one individual that Ted's V Twin is allegedly trying to pick up Ultima and continue forward with those guys. If they do, hey, that would be a good thing because honestly, I know a lot of people trash talk Ultima because a lot of their stuff, admittedly, a lot of their stuff was flawed. It did have some issues. Their motors and transmissions, however, I never really had an issue with those. Their motors, for example, their 100-inch bagger motor that they had, man, I've sold a lot of those things over the past couple of years, and the biggest reason was because it was a 100-inch motor, but it wasn't stupid high compression. It had a good torquey cam in it. It was civil. It was streetable even on regular pump gas, and the warranty was outstanding. It was 2 years unlimited miles. So I mean, we threw a lot of those things in Road Kings, Road Glides, stuff like that. Basically, anything that came in with an Evo that had a tired motor or something that was blown up, that was the route that we went a lot of times because it just made more sense to do a swap as opposed to building what they had just from a dollars and cents standpoint. Oh, ease hack job solves. Man, if you got a fork seal leaking, Google fork seal credit card trick. See if that might help you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Don't know. I can't say. But it also kind of depends on how badly and how long that fork seal's been leaking, because the problem is twofold, really. Whenever you're leaking oil, you're losing dampening fluid, but you're also losing lubricant for the slider bushes inside the fork. So if you catch it, maybe you'll get it to, hang in there for a little while longer. If you don't, well, hey, man, brace yourself because you're going to have to put some fork seals in that thing. Hey, T-Bone, what's happening, buddy? Oh, Chuck, I didn't know you were going to Maggie Valley, dude. You didn't tell me that. Man, I wish, dude, believe me, I wish I could take off and, gone and done a ride with you, dude, because right now with everything that's orbiting around in my pointy little head, I mean, it's just, ugh. Yeah. Sorry, gang, I'm having to catch up here. You guys can type faster than I read. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Miller, I agree with you on the Raider. It's a cool bike if you're riding solo, but basically it's like Yamaha's version of a Dyna XL, if you will. And riding two up on one of those things, it's freaking miserable. It really is. I know, Chuck. I know, but I got this damn thing called sponsorabilities that I got to take care of here. Yeah, Jordan brings up a good point there. Take like a red solo cup, plastic cup, cut a little hook out of a slice of that thing and see if you can worm it up in there and dig the crap out of the seal. You may get lucky, man. I mean, that's old dirt biker's trick from way back when, and I've done it before, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's just one of those things. You ain't gonna lose nothing by trying it. Homegrown, I don't know if I could build something to go with this. I really don't know, man. I mean, it's a hell of a thought. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Pete's bringing down the better half. This is going to be awesome. Hawaiian shirt biker build off. Dan Mercer, the reason why that thing's popping and banging on D-cell is because of the secondary air injection. I got one at the shop right now. I'm in the middle of doing a smog delete on. Do a little bit of reading on that thing, or if you want, hit me up over on the Discord. I know you're over there, man. But like I said, it's real easy to do away with. The big trick is a lot of guys will just take a hose and loop those two smog pipes together. The chrome ones that wrap around the cylinders. Don't do that, because the one that goes to the front cylinder, it goes downhill a little bit and then it comes up and around, and it acts kind of like a P trap in a sink. And what'll happen is it'll get condensation in there and it'll rot little bitty bug holes in it to where you end up having an air leak and it'll start popping and banging again. Besides, they look a lot cleaner whenever you take all that gaudy chrome sewer pipe off of them. Homegrown? Actually, no. Something that matches the vibe and the feel of this shirt right here. I've had this bike in my head for decades. A dude that we used to ride with back in Arkansas had one. Google search a 1992 Suzuki GSXR 750 and look for the purple and black paint scheme, more affectionately known as nuclear tiger stripe. Find that shit and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because it is glorious. Jordan, I got to think about that, man, because I got so much shit bouncing around in my head and everything of ideas where irrational me says, that'd be cool, and they just kind of float around. Every now and then they pop back in, but you know, yeah. Randy, I don't know about an '80s hurricane, but it would go damn good on that GSXR I was talking about. Oh, homegrown Ariel. Man, I haven't heard that name in a while. Actually, I had a customer of mine when I was still up in Tennessee that had an Ariel. Unfortunately, I never got to work on this thing, but he was riding this thing. I saw him riding it for probably the last, I want to say 3 years or so that I lived in Tennessee before I moved down here. It was a cool old scooter. I ain't gonna lie. Every now and then it'd kind of pop and clank and do the old chitty chitty bang bang thing, but all in all, man, it's a cool old scoot. Yes, Chuck, I did, and I do not envy you for that at all. I totally understand why you guys decided to pack up and head for the hills, man. I don't blame you. If I could, I would. Yeah, rub it in, Chuck. Rub it in real good and hard there, buddy. I love you, but that's just rude, man. Zan, it is a little bit odd, and I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not the world's biggest fan about doing live stream stuff because it just feels awkward for me to sit there and talk and ramble and jabber at a laptop. But hey, I'm trying, man. Boblet, never even heard of them, Josh. Have no idea. MK Ultra. I don't believe that 13s are going to give you a problem at all because if memory serves right, the stock shocks are 13 and a half or 12 and a half, one of the two. Oh no, wait a minute. You got an iron, so you probably got 11 and a half if you've got an iron. But putting 13s on there, that's not going to create a problem for you, dude. Um, Homegrown. Well, the good news is that brings up a good point here, and this was something that I was wanting to brag about to everybody in the video. As far as the house goes, they actually finished putting our roof on Saturday. We got our final inspection today, so we are clear. We are 5 by 5. We're good to go as far as the roof goes. And originally, they were talking about just doing a repair on the roof of the garage here, but we found out that they ended up doing a full re roof on the garage as well. That was something that was unexpected, but it was something definitely appreciated. So, hey, cool. So the roof's handled. We're still chipping away at the kitchen stuff. Honestly, as busy as I've been, as busy as the wife unit's been, we're just going in 17 different directions and everything. And it's really a matter of having the time to sit down and do it to where we can get anything meaningful done with it. I'm, yeah, I need a clone. That's what I need. Hey, MK, let me find you a part number from Drag Specialties. These are some that I recommend to a lot of my people at the shop, okay? Let me see here real quick. Now, the cool thing about these is they're adjustable for spring preload and for ride height, and you can adjust them independently. If you need to raise it up a little bit or lower it down a little bit, you can do that without making it stiffer or softer at the same time because it's two separate adjustments. Um, Let me see here. Them right there. Hmm, that's better. Greg's website is fairly easy to navigate, but every now and then it wants you to be like really, really, really specific. So check out this link I'm going to drop in here and take a look at them and see what that does. Oh, crap. I can't put a link in there because the link's too huge and it won't let me put it into the chat. Let's do it this way. Search drag specialties part number 1310-1663. Try that out and see what that does for you. And let me delete all that internet gobbledygook that's in the message bar right now because it's going to sit there forever. Pickle Slice, what's up, dude? Holy shit, that web address is long. I'm still backspacing my ass off here. And actually, I'm just holding down the damn backspace button here to try to wipe it all out. Crap. I'm sure if the beloved wife unit was here, she'd tell me, hey, you're wrong. Do it this way. It's a lot simpler. And she would be right. But then again, she has far more computer and interwebs knowledge than what I possess. There, it's all gone. Finally. Wow. All right, I got to look at this to see what the hell Josh texted me. What the? Who the? Let me turn the volume down here. That way we don't get in trouble. Holy crap. That's kind of cool. I mean, let's be real here, okay? That thing damn sure ain't going to win no beauty contest. That thing ain't got no alibi. It's ugly, but it's cool. Got a itty bitty little four banger in this thing. That's neater than shit. Two stroke four banger at that. Huh. Learn something new every day. Okay. All you internet smart types and everything, you're telling me how I could have done that a whole lot quicker. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now I feel dumber. Trouble traveler. It's a trap. That phrase has so many different meanings, man. So many. Same can be said for marriage and stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of marriage, so here shortly, like within the next week, me and the beloved wife unit, we are going to be celebrating our 27th year of legal indentured and 29th year of well, yeah, just putting up with each other. So yeah, cool. God bless her. I love her. How she's put up with my bullshit all these years, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm thankful for it. Dragon, I didn't even think about that. Here, let's make this better, okay? How's that? Man, you actually got to think about that too. Easy now, Justin. She don't need any help, all right? Hey, thanks, Chuck. Congrats on you guys being at 30. We old, Bubba. Shit. So anyway, like I was saying, what? I just got some kind of a weird pop-up on my computer here. Anyways, like I was saying, on yay old shovel here, we did stator, rotor, all that. Kind of went over a couple of spots where, both shovel and Evo stuff are prone to having little pain in the ass oil leaks and things like that. Um, I gotta figure out how I'm going to do voiceover stuff on this to where I can get that video out to you guys. That's something I'm going to work on throughout the week here because honestly, there was a lot of stuff there that covered a lot of little bitty common complaints that I see fairly regular with these bikes that have got these motors in them whenever they come into the shop. Oh, Laura, I hate to hear that, hon. Uh, tell you what, I try to avoid the off-brand and Chinese stuff like the plague because there's just no standardization on that stuff whatsoever. I mean, I worked for an independent shop for a little over a year in Arkansas that sold that stuff, and man, you want to talk about an absolute nightmare trying to find stuff from time to time. Um, Laura, get a hold of me over on the Patreon or Discord, one of the two, and shoot me your info and what you need, and let me see what I can run down for you. Okay? Dragon, I've not looked at the recall on the Softail, but you mean to tell me that they're putting like an arrestor bracket underneath the bottom of the shock to contain it if it breaks? I mean, that's wow. That's kind of like, one of the counter workers at Taco Bell handing you a diaper before you make your order. Wow. Here's an idea. How about you fix your shit that you didn't engineer worth a damn in the first damn place instead of putting a band aid on a bullet wound? I mean, honestly, that would make more sense to me. Actually, Willie, no, I did not. Okay, this is because it's hot and all my shit's sticking in my head, dude. But I appreciate the thought, though. D. White Smoke'ems. Tell you what, if you guys want some of the best damn barbecue that you will ever put in your mouth, hit up that man right there. Okay, Jeremiah is a meat maestro, and not in the way you pervs are thinking. Okay, I mean the man can cook a mean ass brisket. Pickle, I agree with you. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of torn between the Hello Kitty and the SpongeBob band aids. I try to go back and forth just to even things out. Oh man, tell you what, guys, I get this shovel head done. I've already got something lined up for post shovel rambling parked here, and no, I'm not going to tell you what it is. However, I will say that it is a very well recognized and very established flavor of motorcycle. And you guys are probably, some folks are going to hate it. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I know a lot of you guys are just going to dig the shit out of it. Pete, you did get a good deal on your 81, man. I mean, you come out good on that thing. That thing looks good, dude. Yeah, I know you're going by Blue Book there, dude. And the thing is, a lot of time, I quit paying attention to like Kelly Blue Book and NADA values and everything probably about 10 years ago whenever it comes to motorcycles because bikes are worth what somebody's willing to pay for 'em. Nothing more, nothing less. And, I ain't trying to pop your bubble or anything. There's some people out there, hell yeah, they'll recognize it for what it is and they'll understand the history and what that bike has and what it brings to the table. And they'll pay numbers like that. Unfortunately, you get all the keyboard commandos and all the people that, think just because they watched a couple of episodes of American Chopper, they know about bike, and then they'll try to lowball the shit out of it. Pete, if you got into it for five, dude, you come out damn good. There's actually a couple. There's two different rubber mount 5-speed FLT shovels here in the greater Tampa-ish area right now that's up on Marketplace. And one dude, he's swinging for the fences, man. He's got this thing priced out at like 12.5, and it's definitely rough around the edges. This thing's got a lot of corrosion on it. It's definitely showing its age. The other one, the dude's asking, I think, 8,900 on it, something like that, and it's actually in better cosmetic shape. But still, both of those guys, they're a little on the high side. I ain't gonna lie. Zandbiker, hey, they had Harley Davidson branded cigarettes back when I was in high school back in the 90s. Okay. I know because that's what I bought a lot of times because we were broker and shit high school kids, and that's what we could afford because they were cheap. Oh, Pete, I forgot that thing came with the trailer. Yeah, you did come out good for five in that, man. Well, welcome in, John Stanley. I'm glad we were able to welcome you home in good favor. Gibbles, hey, props to him, man. Good job on the kid, man. That's awesome. And he damn well ought to be proud. You got a reason to be, okay? And as far as what fits him, man, as tall as he is, I mean, a dual sport may be something to seriously consider there, okay? Anything else, he's going to be kind of on the cramped up side. Unless you get into a Sportster and you put some forwards on the thing, and even then, it may still be a little bit on the small side for him. Yeah, Josh is right. 3,500 on a running shovel, that's damn cheap. Oh, Mr. Gilbert, your first bike was a 454, dude. I remember getting a lot of those things out of the crate back in the day at the Kawasaki dealership when I was a kid. I mean, a lot of them. And we worked on a lot of them too, man, because I don't know why, but people had this magical propensity for just tearing the ever living shit right out of them. Dragon, I can do you one better. Bear with me 1 second, and I'll drop you a link here. Da, 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 da. Let's just copy that right there, and we will put that right there. Fire away, man. Do with it what you will. Yeah, Justin, you're right. XR 650 is a tall one. That's definitely a tall guy friendly bike. Hmm. Nubby, let me look at the shop. Um, I may have a set of pullback risers that I took off the roadie right after I first got a hold of it. If I do, I'll let you know, man. If I remember right, I think they're a 4-inch pullback riser. But let me check on that when I get in the shop tomorrow. If you don't hear nothing from me by tomorrow afternoon, holler at me over on Discord, okay? Oh, Nubby, I didn't know you was only 5'5", man. Yeah, you and my daughter should have dated. Oh man, homegrown. You had a shotgun from Montgomery Ward? Dude, I remember those things. My dad actually bought a motorcycle from Montgomery Ward way before I was born. That was before I was even a thought. And according to mom, he had that thing for 3 months and he made him take it back because it never stayed out of the shop for more than a week at a time. Yeah, Pan Americans, KLRs, XR 650Ls, stuff like that. That'd all be good for a tall one. If you're looking for something in the used market, and I don't know, I rarely see them down here in Florida. It may be different where you're located at, but the old XR 400 Honda and also the Suzuki DR 350S. The Suzuki was an awesome dual sport back in the day, man. I mean, things were reliable as a hammer. They had good legs on them. They were real capable off road, and plus they did pretty decent on road. They were definitely more biased towards off-road than an on-road bike, obviously, but more so than what the Honda XR was at the time.
You old Big L.
I just throw that in the house. I'm gonna wait for your mama, bud.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, yeah. Hashtag not sponsored. This is what you call, hey, we have shit that we are doing right now, and we ain't gonna bother to cook tonight. That's what that is. Yeah, bandits fit tall people real good. I forgot about those. Um, as far as the Street 50 goes, MK Ultra, the Street 750, I have very limited dealings with those bikes. They were never popular in my area of Tennessee whenever they were current with Harley. And I've seen a grand total of one in the shop at the Ride Factory in the 5 years that I've been there. I really can't tell you, man. I don't know. I just don't have any seat time with them. Oh, Julie, I appreciate that, hon. I mean, that'd have been a damn soggy burrito by the time it made it to me in the mail, but I appreciate the thought. Don't get me wrong. Oh, good Lord, Shepsy, you're one of the Montgomery Ward, you know, escapees as well. Huh. I still remember my employee number from Monkey Wards, okay? And yeah, I did a fair share of tire busting out there in the shop during the summertime for about a year and a half, actually. I started out in sales at the automotive department, and I was like, you know what? This sucks. I'm tired of working 90 hours a week. I went back to the shop. Culver's ain't going to sponsor me. I can tell you that right now. Two reasons, okay? Number one, they well, their outlook on life does not exactly align with mine. Number two, um, there's not a cheese curd in that whole damn place that's safe around me. That's that's just a fact. Laura, we ain't worried about no sponsors here. I mean, let's be real here. I probably stand a better chance of getting, a donation from a Goodwill than I do a sponsorship from somebody. And the thing is, I'm totally cool with that. Now, something that I do want to share with you guys here. Bear with me 1 second while I pull it up. Let us see here. Copy that, and we're going to drop that right here in the chat. Okay, now you guys have been hearing me talk about the last couple of weeks how we got nominated for Best Bike Shop category with Best of the Best Tampa Bay Times. Well, I got an email the other day, and I'll be damned if we didn't do it again somehow. We got nominated for Best Bike Shop through Creative Loafing Tampa. Now, Creative Loafing Tampa, it's a little more on the bougie hipster side of things. But the fact that we got nominated for those guys, for Best Bike Shop, that's not a small thing. All right. I mean, that means a lot to us. And the thing is, I know a lot of you guys out there had a hand in that. I know a lot of my customers at the Ride Factory had a hand in that. That's awesome. All right. I'm proud as hell of everybody. And I'm proud as hell of all the guys up at the Ride Factory because you know what? Getting nominated for one, that was cool as hell. Getting nominated for two different, establishments in the same year, that's freaking awesome in my book. Okay. So if you guys want to check it out, that link that I dropped in the chat there for Creative Loafing Tampa, click around on that and you'll find where you can, vote for your favorite bike shop. That's the category that we're under over there, by the way. It's under Best Bike Shop. Give me just a second and I'll dig up the one for Best of the Bay with Tampa Bay Times and I'll drop it in here as well, just in case you guys haven't seen it. Let me see here. Oop, let's see here. Yep, that right there. Let me drop this in here for you guys as well, just in case you don't have it. If you don't have it and you miss it, you can click on any of the descriptions on any of the videos from about the last month, and you guys will find the link to Tampa Bay Best of the Best. But the one from Creative Loafing, that's something new. That's the new one I was talking about. Buzz, we did some shirts for a very limited release back when we first started doing all this. I'm talking back in the Barnacle Boy days. And man, I'll be honest with you, that pretty much killed me and the wife unit getting all that stuff done because we did some shirts, we did some cups, we did some beer koozies and everything. And don't get me wrong, we had a hell of a lot of fun doing it. But man, we had all that stuff just strewed about the house everywhere. And it was so stressful trying to pick through something and go, that looks like crap. And I don't want to send that to somebody. So it would go in the reject pile. And that stuff that, I'd give away to my buddies around here local, or I've still got a cabinet full of it there in the house. Okay. That's something I'm looking at, but I'll be honest with you, it's not terribly high on my priority list right now because I mean, I got a lot of crap going on. Nubby, let me see if I can find something that actually works. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Um, okay, now the link that I've got here for Creative Loafing, it's one of those ginormous long web addresses that chat's not going to let me put in there. So taking it from the top here, if you guys go to the original link that I posted for Best of the Bay, um, excuse me one second, let me get back to it. Hello, Bueller, are we here? Oh dear. Well, I think we may have lost the stream here. Oh no, there we go. There we go, kids. Okay. Yeah, Rainey, I'm right there with you. Shirts suck, dude. And until I hit a scratch off or I find a suitcase full of non-sequential $100 bills that washes up on the shore down here at you know, down here on the beach from undisclosed location that may or may not be south of the equator. I'm probably not going to have the budget to, do something like that. So But anyway, like I was saying, gang, if you go back to that creative loafing link that I sent, that I put up there, about in the middle of the page, about a third of the way down from the top, you'll see a tab that says Best of the Bay. And then if you highlight that, it'll pop up Vote for 2025 Best of the Bay. That's where you're going to find it right there. I can't put the link in here because it's too damn big and chat won't let me insert it. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that, man. You're helping me pick up my slack here, Bubba. Yeah, I don't know. I guess your link fit better than mine did. Huh. That's the first occurrence in my life of ever having been accused of having something that was too long to fit. Sorry, Mom. I know you're probably going to be watching this at the house right now. And if my phone rang here in a few minutes, I would not blame you. I am sorry. I tried, Mama. Oh, Buzz, we do have Ride Factory merch at the shop. Um, and I have been leaning on Melissa really, really hard here the past couple of weeks to where we can get that put up on the website. Honestly, we have not talked about that here in the past 4 or 5 days, something like that. Let me check on that tomorrow, okay, dude? Now, you can get a hold of me through the Discord or the Patreon, one of the two. Either that or, just, hey, email us at the Ride Factory and say, hey, what's up? I want a t shirt. And, the web address is simple. Here, I'll put it in chat for you guys, okay? There you go. theridefactory@gmail.com. Okay. And if you want to put it attention me, or you can put it attention Melissa, or attention person in charge of t-shirts. And to be totally honest with you, that may be your best option right there because, lets people know, hey, I'm looking for a t-shirt. But anyways, so yeah, got the stator and everything in the shovel. We got the push rods in, got all that adjusted. For all intents and purposes, that thing's ready to go back in the frame. I gotta I gotta peel a couple of layers of grunge and spooge off the transmission later on tonight after we wrap this up here, and I gotta poke a couple of seals in there just to make sure that it's all good to go. But other than that, yeah, we're ready to build a motorcycle whenever I get the frame for this thing tomorrow. Buzz, it's all good, man. I mean, I can't promise you that I'll be there picking up the phone if you call. Can't promise you I won't be. That's one of those things that's just kind of luck of the draw. But I wear a lot of hats in that building and I run around like a damn chicken with my head cut off. So if you do, you do. If you don't, sorry, brother. I'll catch you next trip. Viking, I have to totally and totally disagree with you right there, okay? Nobody can rock the Tom Selleck except for the Tom Selleck himself. I don't care what kind of shirt you're wearing. That man's mustache is an icon. Him, Sam Elliott, they're a different breed of human being. They have different DNA. Hey, Carl, good to see you made it home, dude. I saw your post on Instagram earlier, man. I'm looking forward to looking at the pictures, man. Oh, the late, great Hulk Hogan. Well, I'm just going to say this. I'm pretty sure that you're never going to catch Sam Elliott dyeing his mustache. Bert did have a mustache, and he had a damn fine one at that. But it wasn't no Sam Elliott mustache. Oh, man, you'd think that it would be cooling down since we're getting later on into the evening. It's actually gotten about man, 15 degrees hotter since the rain moved out of here and the sun popped back out. The only problem is now it is sticky, like bad, like way bad. It's a hard life on a fat kid in Florida, y'all. No, no, sorry, can't do the mustache. I can't grow a beard worth a damn either. I mean, whenever I do, it looks like whenever I let my beard grow out, it looks like I got the mange because it comes in all patchy and shit. I mean, somebody, one time they asked me if I had some kind of, like virus or something. Yeah, well, hey kids, guess what? It's summertime. That means it's going to be some level of hot damn near anywhere you go, unless your neighbor is a polar bear. Now, the guys that are watching this from in the land down under, down there in Australia and New Zealand and all that, because I know we got a couple of them that watch this stuff. You guys, hope you're enjoying your winter time. Okay, don't worry. The heat we got now, it'll be your way shortly. Yeah, the only reason I wear these is this is like that dry fit type of fabric and everything where it pulls moisture off of you. I mean, seriously, these are kind of like those fishing shirts and stuff like that that everybody's rocking these days. It's a game changer during summertime, man. I mean, yeah, they'll stick to you a little bit, but man, if you've got just the least a little bit of air moving across you, it feels cool almost. Nubby humidity knows no bounds, okay? It's very disrespectful. It crosses state lines and it migrates randomly wherever and whenever without no notice whatsoever, okay? I got no control over that, my man. Fill in the blank. It's hotter here than it's hot. Done. Well, yeah, you can tuck your shirt in. I mean, that's what I do most of the time. But the thing is, Dragon, most of the time, whenever I'm out riding, unless it's just ungodly hot, I've got a vest on. I rock a vest pretty much year round. So uh, once in a very very blue moon, I may put on the trash bag if I'm in that level of downpour. But even then, I try to avoid it like the plague because it's like being inside of a freaking greenhouse and instead of being wet from rain, you're wet from all the sweat coming off of you. And that's gross, man. I'd rather get wet from rain than wet from me. Hotter than Faith Hill in the 90s. That's a good one, Rang. I'll give you that one. And then she had to go and marry Tim McGraw. Man, that nobody seen that one coming. And I know all the guys at the Napa I was working at the time, they're like, what? How? I mean, common theory was either it was the money or the dude was swinging the hammer. And that was about a 50-50 split there. Oh, Justin, it's pissing over in Tampa right now. Damn, dude. Looking out the back door of the shop here, it's clear as can be. No, Pete. No, 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 no. And if anybody says anything else, they are wrong. Rainy, I would very much agree with you there, dude. And I would not doubt it. Man, I'm trying to remember her name. I'm drawing a blank right now. You guys, a couple of weeks ago, you remember me posting it up over in the Patreon and everything. I mean, the chick that popped out of the birthday cake on that movie Under Siege. I can't remember her name. She was on Baywatch, but yes, that's all I'm gonna say. So hot, you saw a bird blow on a worm before you ate it. Okay, Carl, I had a set of frog togs once. And when you're riding an FJ 1100 and you're Probably doing a lot more than what you should be doing whenever it's raining. Whenever they do get a little damp and they start flapping about and everything, they pretty much tear themselves apart. So that was the end of my relationship with frog togs real fast. I was like, man, there's 40 bucks down the drain. Viking, thank you. I never can remember Erica's name. And Neil, yeah, I'm guilty. Yeah, I'm very much guilty. Yeah, Tawny Kaitan on the hood of the Jaguar in the White Snake video. Absolutely, yes. Viking, that could go two ways, okay? I'm not a big fan of Chick fil A because I really don't see what everybody's obsession with Jesus chicken is. But the last time I was at a Chick fil A, and this is the honest truth here, one of their employees tried to witness to me in the drive through line. And, you know, I'm not a denier. I believe what I believe. But I'm like, dude, I'm here for lunch, okay? I'm not here for redemption or eternal salvation. So let's just leave that part of it out and give me my chicken sandwich. Now, if you want to be really mean about something, give somebody a Bojangles biscuit, make them eat it, and then don't give them nothing to drink. That's mean. Yeah, Pete, you're right, dude. Popeyes ain't what it used to be. The mighty have fallen. Bowberry biscuits, hell yeah. I never really much cared for them because I'm not a berry guy, but my wife and my kids, they attack that shit. I'll say this for you guys that may be in or may visit the greater Tampa Bay area one of these days, if you come down here or if you're in the area, make sure you stop in and check out a place called King of the Coop Chicken. And they're a little local joint. They're over in Seminole Heights. But I'll tell you right now, their Nashville honey hot chicken, that is some of the best fried chicken that you will ever put in your mouth. Period. End of story. Dwight, I love your stuff, man. The only problem I have is I can't drive to you multiple times throughout the week. And that's a problem for me. Shupsy, I would love to know how your address got blacklisted from the Mormons. There's got to be something to that. Actually, I took a little bit of a jaunt down memory lane this morning after I got out of my doctor's appointment. I was in the neighborhood, and oddly enough, the wife unit had a doctor's appointment today at the same hospital slash facility, just on the other side from me. And when I came out to the parking lot and I got back to my bike, she just happened to cruise past me and she spotted me and she started heckling me. So I followed her out of the parking lot. And I followed her for a bit, met up with her at the gas station. She had to go on into work. I went and did my thing. And I was fixing to come back to the house. And all of a sudden it hit me. Hey, Hardy's still serving breakfast. So I went to Hardy's. And you know what? Hardy's was never that great on their breakfast stuff. It never was. All right. But that's not the point here. The point is, when I was a kid, every time, every time that my grandparents would pick me up and I'd go stay the weekend with them, more often than not, we would go to Hardee's over in Fort Smith on the way back to their house in Mulberry because we'd always go by the mall or something like that because usually they'd pick me up after, one of my grandparents was done with the doctor's appointment or something along those lines. And I shared many and many biscuits and gravy with my grandpa. And I'll tell you, looking back on it from being on the backside of 40 like I am now, that watered down instant coffee in a cardboard cup from Hardee's, that just hits a little different. Viking, it's not terribly difficult to do cam belts on a Valkyrie. It's actually way easier than doing it in a Goldwing because you got a hell of a lot better access. Um, Pretty much any Goldwing timing belt video is going to be applicable to your Valkyrie, but you've got the benefit that everything's out there in the open instead of being stuffed in beside or behind a couple of frame rails and buried down in the bike. Man, Julie Smith laying down the law here. You make sure you hit that button. She's a feisty one. Oh, Chef, we're not going to talk about Whataburger. I'm batting 500 with those guys. The first time it was just kind of meh. And then if you'll remember the spring camp out from year before last, no, excuse me. Yeah, year before last, I showed up at the spring camp out with food poisoning. Yeah, that was Whataburger. So yeah, one time I was pretty underwhelmed. The second time I was a victim of a hate crime. So yeah. Yeah, Julie, their biscuits and gravy, it's okay. It ain't nothing to write home about. But man, there's a boatload of memories that comes with that place. And I mean a ton. South Osmodo, how you doing down there, my man? Good to see you. Viking, if they told you 1,300 for doing cam belts and a Valkyrie, you you need to run, Bubba. Um, let me do a little bit of digging. I'll get you the part number on the cam belts from Gates that you can pick up at your local O'Reilly's or Napa Auto Parts, and you can save a boatload of money on that. And honestly, and on your bike, as accessible as it is, even if you're crawling around on your hands and knees in the garage or in the driveway doing it, at the most, and I mean the most, this is a 2 hour job, if that. Hang on a second here. Now you got my curiosity piqued here. Let me look. Let us see here. And of course, they're not going to list part number on those. Why would they do that? Because they can't make any money that way. That's why they would do that. Boo. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to run down this part number. There we go, right there. The Gates part number on that timing belt from Napa or O'Reilly's is T as in Tango 275. And you're going to need two of them. And if I remember right, the last time I bought them, I think that they were about 34 bucks a piece retail price. So if you know somebody's got a Napa or O'Reilly's account, give them a holler. Maybe you can get into them a little bit cheaper. Randy, funny you mentioned the rocket shirts because we got some new ones now. So yeah. Well, Viking, there you go. Just walk in there and say, "Hey, I need some T275 belts," and make sure you get two of them, and you'll be good to go, dude. Now, I don't know that this has any measure of merit to it, but whenever I put those belts on, I always put the lettering to where it's legible, like right side up, with the belt facing, or whenever the belt's installed on the motor, where the right side up on the writing is facing away from the motor, because that's the way that you would typically install them in an automotive application. So to me, that only makes sense because you're following the same direction of rotation as it would be if it was in a car. Pete, no, I am not going to Sturgis. And actually, Skittles McDiddles and I had a brief conversation about that earlier today because apparently there is a ton of people up there noob bashing if it's your first time at Sturgis or if you showed up on a trailer. I mean, the drama is real, y'all. It is crazy. I'm talking like, high school glee club level of drama. That's bad shit, man. I mean, the way I told him, I was just like, hey, I don't give a damn about any of that. Ride your ride. You know, be speak the truth that you need to speak to yourself. To hell with everybody else because they ain't gonna matter. Hey Drew, sorry man. I will explain tomorrow. And we are graced with the presence of the beloved wife unit here in the waning hours of our live stream here.
I just got.
She just got home. Diana and Laura Carpenter both said hi.
My lovely ladies.
Rainy, that was a thing a long time ago. I'm going to have to check into that and see if that can still be a thing. Exactly, Jordan. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, man. It's like I told Skittles earlier today. Some of the realest, most down to earth people that we met back in the spring when we went to Daytona, they were riding clapped out 25, 30-year-old shit just like I was. And the thing is, they were cool as hell, and I loved sitting there just hanging out with them. But oddly enough, on the way back from Daytona, because we just made a straight shot back, we didn't stay overnight like we did going out there. 80% of all the trailers that had a motorcycle in the back, and I'm talking the big, gaudy, ginormous, big wheel baggers and rolling stereo jukeboxes on two wheels and all this crap, 80% of those that were in a trailer, they had Florida tags on. I'm sorry, man. You got no room to sit there and cry about somebody not being a real biker if you're going to drag your damn trailer queen just to plonk up and down the main drag at Daytona for a couple of nights and crank your hog and go, hell yeah, brother. Oh, Randy, I hate to hear that, dude. Now, points covers, yes, we do have points covers for 2-bolt and 5-bolt applications for Evo, Sportster, Shovel, and also for Twinkies. We got that stuff. We got them polished. We got them glossy black. We've got them black wrinkle. Got them a couple different ways. But yeah, points covers we got. Yeah, but Randy, would they not, cover you on it or refund you or try to run it down for you or something? I mean, that just don't make no good sense, dude. Hey, shoot me an email at the shop, dude. I'll get you some pictures of what we got on hand, okay? I promise you. Anyways, it is about that time, ladies and gents. So if you're going to go hang out on Josh's channel, hey, that's in about, 3 minutes here, something like that. Please excuse me. I want to welcome my beloved wife unit home, and we're going to sit there and we're going to eat a cheeseburger. Sorry that we had to do this video kind of by the seat of the pants tonight, guys, but you know what? Hey, sometimes you just got to pivot with it a little bit.
Serenity said Josh is now at 8:30.
What? Shade Tree is now at 8:30. Can you check that for me?
Yeah.
Because I mean, hey, if we got another hour here, folks, I am totally cool with hanging out with all the party people here for another hour. I just don't want to be rude and encroach on somebody else's time here. Hang on there, sick. Don't go nowhere just yet, Bubba. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, they had to push it. Poor things.
They had to push theirs back.
Yeah, I feel bad for them.
All right, so yeah, I guess we got another hour to kill here, guys. Cool. Part 2.
The second half.
Well, technically it wouldn't be a half because we've been here for an hour and a half as it is anyway, but they get an hour with you.
Oh, the better half.
Well, I don't know about the better half, but probably the more socially acceptable half. Oh man. Yeah. I totally get the whole salt lick thing here, Rainey. Trust me, I do. The politer half. Yeah, I mean, you owe Nubby a beer. Whenever he comes down here for the camp out, she owes you a beer, my man. Now we just gotta get Lala in here. That way they can start talking all kind of inappropriate stuff and things that are NC-17 rated.
Do I need Lala to do that?
No, but it helps. Really, it helps.
I've already got some of my other ladies here.
Okay, well then fire for effect.
I don't know. The only thing I'm firing right now is the countdown until next year's book event.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Book nerdism is running rampant here in the house right now because the beloved wife unit, you guys know, she reads, okay? And I mean, she reads a lot of this grocery store housewife porn.
Hey.
But anyway, they have a book signing event. They have a big one, like big.
Very big.
Very big. And this was in England this year. And just because of multiple different things, global politics, blah, 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 a lot of the authors that were supposed to be at this event in England, they ended up pulling out of it last minute. And we were trying to shoot for this, but realistically, it was going to be a big damn stretch if we could pull it off or not. We didn't know, and ultimately, with as many authors had pulled out, we decided, yeah, this is a sign. This ain't for us.
This is not the year. Let's push it.
Yeah, and also this also kind of coincided with when we found out that we had a science experiment growing inside the wall of our bathroom or our kitchen. So anyway, she finds out that they're doing this book nerd signing thing in Orlando next summer. And she is just as giddy as a tiny Asian schoolgirl with a brand new rainbow bright pony. And I couldn't tell her no, y'all. I mean, she had to. It was a moral imperative for her, and I didn't want to see her bummed anymore. So I'm like, here, do what you got to do what you want to do. So she bought the full-blown uber nerdy fangirl package to where we can go to this book signing event in Orlando next year.
Got my ticket.
Well, you got your ticket, and I'm going to be the one driving, okay? I'm not going to be attending the event. Now,
you're not invited.
I know I'm not invited, but see, there's a caveat here because Machine Gun USA, they are also located in Orlando. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know.
What book? Oh, Diana, it's more like which books?
Viking, to be honest with you, I have not tried the Airhawk, and I know Josh is a big fan of the Dead Sheep. I am not, because I do not need anything to add to the ass cheek to sweat coefficient that I currently have. They just don't work for me. Now, I've test ridden a couple of bikes here and there at the shop randomly and everything that had the Airhawk on them, and for no more than what I was on them, I couldn't really tell you if it made that much of a difference or not. But to me, it would take a little bit of getting used to because that cheek to seat interface definitely feels strange. Like I said, maybe it's just me. Tara, I ask myself the same damn question every day whenever I roll over and I wake up cranky. I'm beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Yeah, that was close.
Apparently, they like the shirt. Y'all only think that the astronaut is riding the T-Rex. Okay, that's not what's actually happening down.
Wait. This is wrong, and I see what she's trying to do here, and I see what she's going with this. All right, here. He is definitely riding the T-Rex in an appropriate manner. Okay. No, Justin, Machine Gun USA. Basically, full auto rentals and happy time. Nubby, I am 100% right there with you, dude. My dad did the sheepskin thing when, dad was still around, and dad swore by it. And I tried it. Didn't work for me then, don't work for me now. Lala, there you are. Oh, hey, Lala, check it out. Hang on.
Lala, this is going to look very inappropriate.
Check him out. He's had a growth spurt. But he's still alive and kicking. Nubby, come on now. He's on top of, not behind the T-Rex, okay?
Well, I mean, the T-Rex is wearing a collar.
Let me guess. If you spoke T-Rex, you'd probably tell me it was saying, pull my hair. Dude, I think there is a tank driving place near Orlando, but I couldn't tell you what it is or where it is. I mean, I just have to Google food that shit. Pete, I love you, brother, but I got to disagree with you, okay? Never tried one in the winter, but it don't do a damn thing for keeping your ass cool in the summer. At least not mine.
Was Brody making an appearance?
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Brody the Wondermutt back there in the back corner by the gate. And he's he's over there probably whimpering and whining like he was earlier today. Our dog's a big ass pansy. I mean, like huge pansy. Like earlier today, he got 3 raindrops on his head, and you just swore somebody threw him in a wood chipper. I'm talking. I promise you, he is kind of an attention whore. Pete, I gotta be honest, dude. That Mustang that I've got on the roadie, it is not bad. Whenever I did the ride to North Carolina a couple of weeks ago, never once did I have a problem feeling uncomfortable from my butt being hot. And with the exhaust I've got on the roadie, if you get caught in traffic, it's toasty. I mean, it'll get there pretty quick. But honestly, the factory seat on the ZX11 is far more prone to feeling hot underneath you than what the seat on the roadie is. And I don't know whether that's just because it's softer or the shape or how it puts pressure on you. I have no idea. But both of those bikes throw off a lot of heat, but you damn sure feel it a lot more on the Kawasaki than you do on the Yamaha. Can I pet that dog? He would let you all damn day, Starkey. Parky, I'm sorry. I know a feller named Starkey, and it just stuck in my head. And I apologize to you, Mr. and Mrs. Parkey. I really do. I don't mean to butcher up your handle like that. That's on me.
Shame.
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 Pete, I hear you there. Now, in a car, that's one thing. Like down here, we got leather seats in Little Turby. And during the heat of the day, if you forget to put up the big sunscreen thing in the windshield, you had better hope you came equipped with your own Pam and spatula if you sit on that stuff, especially in shorts, because you're going to have to peel your ass off of that seat. But, that's about the only thing where I can say they've got any merit to me because they don't do a damn thing for me on a bike. Laura, I can honestly say no. However, I did literally break my ass on a pink camouflage kitty 4-wheeler doing something really damn dumb a lot of years ago. There's a story there.
Literal.
And it's not one I'm real proud of, but yeah, I literally broke my ass. I broke my tailbone pulling wheelies on a little 50cc, allegedly, pink camouflage girly four wheeler. Not my proudest moment. Hey, Joey, I didn't see you sneak in, man. Welcome in, brother. Your better half has been conspiring with my better half here for quite some time now.
There's just collaboration.
He,
Collaboration.
they start with a C, both of them.
As do many other words. Would you like to go down the alphabet?
No, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead, y'all. What keeps my back and butt dry and not hurting in the summer? Um, yeah, I mean, just lucky, I guess. Carl, I've never tried one of the touring model Corbins, but I had a Corbin on my FJ 1100 Yamaha that I had when I was still up in Tennessee. And the thing is, this holds true for any Corbin seat. If you ever buy one used, you ain't gonna like it. You're gonna be shit out of luck because when you buy one brand new for the first 6 months, it feels like you're sitting on a cinder block. They are hard as damn rock, but eventually they break down and they kind of conform and mold to your particular posterior. But if you get one that's already been broke into somebody else, it ain't never gonna feel right. And mine damn sure didn't. Hey, Tara, trust me, I feel you on that, okay? Black vinyl seats with metal buckles and a black interior and a shitbox two-door 280Z Datsun. Hell yeah, we were living life. Yeah, Justin, you're right. Corbins are extremely firm. Well, let's put it this way. If you pick up a Corbin seat, you smack somebody in the head with it, you're going to catch a charge, and they're probably going to get concussed. Probably both. Yeah, Carl, I remember that bike having that seat on there. I mean, honestly, I wasn't really paying attention to that part of it, but yeah. Yep, oh one, she's sneaky like that. Well, she thinks she's sneaky. Um, truly, honestly, my wife is a hazard to herself in her klutziness and propensity for self-injury. But she makes it sound damn good when she does it. So there's that. Sneaky like a hobbit. Come on, babe. Nobody's gonna buy into that bullshit. The hobbits is yep. Mr. G, honestly, that Timu seat cushion you got, is that thing held up pretty good for you? Because I'm not outside of trying one. I ain't proud. And I mean if it's reasonably priced, not something stupid like $300 or whatever, hey, I'm in. I'll take a stab at it. Nubby, I'd have been right there with you. And I'm not that much of a fan of either, but I have my limits, okay? Flash, I agree with you. Yeah. And it's kind of like helmets, certain brands fit people better than others and just based on their individual body proportion or size or shape or whatever. And if you're some tender ass skinny jeans wearing hipster, from South Central LA, then basically you're on your own, man. Really? Under $30. That ain't bad. I tell you what, man, if you don't mind, post up a link in here, dude. I mean, feel free. If somebody's willing to take a stab at it and they want to roll the dice on it, yeah, put that out there, dude. Or if you get a chance, put it in the Discord, one of the two. Why are you trying to be all sneaky and stuff? You look guilty, like you got something to hide.
Never.
Whatever. I know better. Blasphemer.
I'm an innocent angel.
Whatever. Work with a vegan that rides a scooter. So, is it an electric scooter or a gas scooter? Inquiring minds want to know. Hashtag totally not sponsored, y'all. Nubby, I'll be totally honest with you, dude. When we first started up the Discord, we said no sales, nothing like that, because we didn't want it turning into a damn big flea market. Um, let me get with some of the moderators and let's discuss this a little bit. And I'll shoot you a message here in a day or two. This is something that we need to revisit. Now that we've kind of leveled out and we've got a established way of things, if you will.
Well, we've had the conversation a couple of times as to how we're going to, adapt that.
What?
So it is a good time to revisit.
The idiot tried to escape. Oh, Mama got him. Yeah. Brody tried to be sneaky and get out the back gate here in the backyard. She shut that shit down. But then again, he's highly food motivated, so I could have probably lured him in here with a French fry. Go on, Brody. Go lay down. Idiot dog. Noah Mercy, welcome in, brother. But how in the hell did you wind up in Wyoming from Florida? That's a big damn stretch, man. Drew, Nubby, that's something we're definitely going to talk to the rest of the mods about. And Nubby, I will reach out to you here after we get wrapped up with this tonight, okay? There's something I want to talk to you about there, Bubba. Damn mosquito. Yeah, just might. Sorry, man. This was kind of a last minute thing because our previous plan wasn't prepared very properly. Or however that law of 7 Ps goes. Y'all know what I mean.
Proper preventative planning prevents piss poor performance.
Proper previous planning.
Preventative.
Well, I didn't know that my microphone was going to go and poop on me. Yeah, my microphone's crapped on me. What? It's right there. Your skeeter coil, your cheeseburger is parked on top of it.
Convenient.
Yeah. Your fungus burger is parked on top of the flying thing repellent.
Hey, don't diss the fungus.
Hey, hand me one of those, would you?
That was the point.
I tell you what, guys. Remember these little green coals from all the Boy Scout campouts and stuff like that you did with your dad way back in the day? These things are a lifesaver here in Florida. I mean, we buy them by the case whenever we go to Walmart because everybody else does the same damn thing.
Drew's buffering.
Well, they got some weather rolling in over in Tampa too, so that may be part of it.
Well, true. I mean, I got a little bit of the douche coming home.
Yeah. Lala, I'm right there with you. I'm not I'm not Italiano, let me say, but I'm type O positive and they love me. Swedge, good morning to you, my man, or good evening, depending on where your geographical position is. Jersey, how you saying good morning from Jersey, man? Hang on, I got to put this thing down, or I'm going to end up stabbing myself in the leg with it. Get on there. There we go. Okay, fair enough. I'm on board with that. On some days, I just keep it simple and I just look at people and go, "Hi." That's it. Those are usually the days where I haven't managed to make it to the coffee pot yet.
Oh my God, Julie.
Cock cow music.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh, okay. I'm not emoji literate, so my wife had to educate me. Jim, that's not a bad idea, dude. Really, it's not. Um, whenever I want to go with the nuclear option, that 40% deep repel, oh yeah, that's good stuff. But it does leave you feeling a wee bit warm and tingly at times. Since I'm out here in full flip-flop mode, I will employ chemical warfare on the aforementioned flying little bastards. Ground chicken. Well, um, the pretty blue wrench. Well, you got to be a person in charge of destiny, such as my beloved wife unit here. And
What?
one of the pretty blue wrenches.
Where?
You.
What?
You.
What?
All the moderators on the channel have a blue wrench on there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a light bulb. Wow, she just had a face palm moment, y'all.
Y'all, I worked today.
She did work today. I will give her that. Dynatrap. I've never heard of that. I never have. Huh. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, Buzz, thanks, man. I mean, we had the eldest Sprague in here earlier. You know, we had Squid Boy out here. You know, bringing us food. Now the wife unit's home from her daily toil. You know, I mean, yeah, we're dysfunctional as hell, but we make it work.
I have to fake functional.
Yeah, Jordan, we got 40. Man, we've had 40% like forever, as far as I know. I mean, it ain't playing. It works. Does there's probably a lot of stuff that I say in the videos and especially on live streams that my dearly beloved here would wish that I would filter out. Thank God that she's not always around to monitor me and act as my handler, or else this channel would be far more boring than what it normally is. I'm not saying that you're the enemy of fun, but you're too worried about making people mad. Speaking of making people mad, there's a couple of comments that I made in the video that is now in limbo. Oh God, y'all just gonna have to wait for that, because if I got to do a voiceover on that, by God, I'll do a voiceover on it. But that shit was not to be missed because it just came to me. It was like a sign.
Lala, you're not right. I mean, let's be honest. You ought to hear me in traffic.
Oh yeah.
But the reality, it's not that I'm concerned about him making anyone mad. It's more like we both have the mentality of we want everyone to feel welcome and included, and
We do, yes. We do. Hey Greg, how you doing, brother? Yeah, we had to kind of change things up a little bit because we wasn't planning on doing a live stream. This is just where we wound up at because we had a little bit of Had a little bit of a video problem. I got to backtrack a little bit. Shepsy, those things still run around here from time to time, and I wish I could hire them to drive laps around my house on a weekly basis. We had those things up in Clarksville, and it was great, dude, because they'd go by and you'd literally see them just fall out of the sky in droves. Jordan, I agree with you. Speaking of two strokes, I saw an 87 TZR 250 in Daytona on Marketplace earlier today. And I was like, ooh. And then I saw the price tag and I went like, ooh. Yeah. That hurt. 12.9, my man. And it only had 770 something kilometers on it. Justin, you about to get my ass beat here, son. You are. Because she's right. I fucked up earlier.
Oh, do I need to go back?
No, you don't, baby. You don't. Not at all. Not the least.
Thank you,
Nope.
Justin.
Shit. I'm gonna have to buy something shiny and expensive on account of this. You know that, right?
No, just get me a book.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to buy something shiny and expensive on account of this.
I will take a book.
I've seen some of your books. I've seen the price tags on some of your books. I have recoiled in horror at the price tags on some of your books.
That's my money.
I know, but still, it's like, damn. Here back in high school, we thought paying $6 a copy for Playboy at the local newsstand was expensive. Shit, fire.
Okay, but be real. I mean, I have like multiple series in there on the bookshelf that I paid between like the entire series that
Yeah.
I paid between $20 and $40 for the entire series, like box set,
Oh yeah,
that are now worth anywhere between $500 and $700. They're not going.
very true. You scored like hell on that. Pete, I like the way you think, man. The squids, be careful. She can find you.
June, why you gotta do me dirty like that?
Man, honestly, the last time I actually bought and paid real money for a service manual for anything, good Lord, I think we were still living in Oklahoma because that was about the time that I found Google. Yeah, Diana's agreeing with you. Y'all probably read a lot of the same stuff, don't you, Diana? La la, so does she. So does she. Anyways, so throw me some ideas here, kids. What's something that you guys would like to see in the channel moving forward? Because I want to drop a little bit of a info bit on you here. I'm not real big on keeping up with important dates and things of significance,
Anniversary.
obviously, as proven by tonight. But one thing that I did notice earlier today, next Monday, that's 1 year of all you cool ass people and me being able to get together and do all this stuff. Because next Monday, that's the 1 year anniversary of us doing.
Wait, is it really?
It is next Monday.
We've been hanging out with all them for a year?
Yeah, it's been a year now. Cool as shit, too. I love you guys. But it's been 1 year, almost to the day, since, y'all remember the old shaky cell phone video days. That was before I knew which end of the camera was which, and I'm still struggling with that a little bit. But throw me some ideas here. What's something that you guys want to see in the channel moving forward? All right? Because
Not me.
not her. Sorry, that's a hard stop, all right? The wife unit's off limits. She is mine, all mine. She chooses to remain somewhat of an enigma. Shrimp bowl, that ain't bad. Nubby, yes, it has been a year, man. I know. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Feet? Oh, nobody wants to see my feet, Bubba. I can tell you that right now. Ain't nobody gonna pay. Nobody wants to see that shit.
That's cute feet.
You got cute feet. I do not. Okay. That I am the reason why our children have hobbit toes. Oh, Pete, thanks, brother. I do, man. I appreciate the shit out of that. But yeah, I am the reason that our children have hobbit toes, hair and all. Especially our daughter. She's got the hairy little hobbit's toes. And she's going to hate me when she hears that.
Vintage bikes, two-stroke engine. Nice.
Jason, how you doing, brother? Been a while since I caught you on live, mother. Well, I will say this, guys. I got a line on something that I got lined up that's going on the lift after we get the shovel wrapped up. And not going to tell y'all what it is. I know everybody hates cliffhanger, but the thing
That's
is,
what we call edgy. Okay, you edge.
not like that.
Well, I mean,
Not like that. But anyways,
it could be.
a lot of you guys, whenever you see this, you're going to instantly know what in the hell it is, and you're going to know a whole hell of a lot of the history behind it. Some of you guys, especially our newcomers, this is going to be a first trip for you. That's cool because we're going to have once we get the bike into the shop here in a couple of weeks, whenever I've got room, for the shovel head, we're going to take a little jaunt down memory lane here and hit all the high points. Jason, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Seriously, that means a lot, dude. I mean, dude, you've always had our back since day one here on this channel, and I appreciate the hell out of you. Every single one of you guys, all you OGs that's out there, everybody's been on the Discord, everybody's been on the Patreon.
And everyone that has grown with us.
Absolutely everybody that's grown with us. Now, granted, some of us have grown out rather than up. Me, right here. Yeah. What?
Zippo's my pal.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure she gets it, Zippo, but thanks, man. That's awesome, dude. Like she needs any more. They're stacked in the hallway, for fuck's sake. They are, and don't give me that look. You cannot deny it.
I just need more shelves.
Anyway, so this bike that I'm bringing in here in a couple of weeks, like I said, this bike has a very long and very well documented history of all things motorcycle and how it pertains to how the progression of things led to where we are now. And not only will you guys see a lot of tie-in from current modern bikes that we have now back to this bike, but you're going to get a chance to see somewhat of a time capsule because this isn't your regular Ramblin' Park. This bike has been owned by the same gentleman for the last 32 years, if memory serves right, from the conversation that we've had. And it's not a Ramblin' Park. It's just, it's kind of showing its age in a couple of places. So not only are we going to fix it, we're going to do some subtle updates on it here and there just to, prevent some issues from reoccurring later down the road, which, are known and somewhat common on this particular bike. But we're going to do our damnedest to keep this thing as original as we can because it's very special to this gentleman. And as long as he's had it and as good of a job as he has done keeping it as original as it is, we're not going to get away from that. It's going to come in here and it's going to look the same it does whenever it leaves here because we're not going to change up something that's been a part of this man's life for over 3 decades now. We're just going to make sure it's solid for him. That way he can take it out and enjoy it.
Are you saying it comes with a story?
There is a story. Here in a couple of weeks, when we get the bike in here, we'll sit down and we'll have story time.
Okay, but I'm not sitting on your lap.
Well, it ain't Christmas and I ain't got that big ass red pair of pajamas on.
True.
Ho, ho, ho.
Are you calling me names?
No. No. Andrew, yeah. Don't think I haven't thought about it, dude, because believe me, I have. Bangkok Bagger Resto. Well, step 1. 5 gallons of Evapo Rust in a garden sprayer. Next.
Hey, I just want to point out that Alex John came in and told you that they really enjoyed the detail you supply in your videos, including the extended discussion you gave everybody on the shovelhead camshaft inplay. Apparently that was helpful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I try not to just blather on endlessly, but the thing is I try to put enough detail and I try to present it in such a way to where if you have absolutely no knowledge of what we're talking about, you're going to have a frame of reference to work off of. That way you can get your head wrapped around it and you can follow along and see what we're doing and why we're taking the steps that we take while we're doing these videos. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Buzz, thanks, man. I'll make sure that we pass that on to my little flop-eared companion here. Brody's got fan mail.
Oh my goodness. Do you want to tell him that his absolute favorite doggy treat is between baby carrots and those pumpkin spice dog biscuits?
Yeah, I got a weird damn dog, y'all. Night, Kibbles. Have a good one, man. I'm fixing to dive into my fungus-encrusted cheeseburger myself here in a little bit. That's something to be discussed, Nubby, and that's not entirely outside of the realm of possibility. We just got to see if the schedules line up, because I'm busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. He's busier than a damn one-arm wallpaper hanger in the middle of the subdivision. So, yeah, you can draw your own conclusion from that.
That and
What?
everybody is busy getting ready for the amazing 10-year anniversary camp out.
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah,
Forgotten
there is that.
Anecdotes.
I had totally forgotten about that, and I kind of feel like a dick for not mentioning that.
You are a dick.
I am a dick. But, yeah, 10-year anniversary of Forgotten Angels, the Weirdos Camp Out. Weirdos Camp Out number 10, y'all. That is coming up here this October. Go check out the website. It's over at ForgottenAngelsFlorida.org. And, that's got all your registration information. It's got the registration forms, all that. It's got schedule of events, all the people that's going to be there. Me and the beloved wife unit are going to be out there. And if you guys happen to show up, you will actually get a chance to see the wife unit in the wild.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, she may be wearing a costume again this year. Maybe. But if you know, you know.
Only those who have seen me before can recognize me in person.
Andrew, I've not really said anything about Hulk or Ozzy because you know what? I respect the both of those guys, and they're both icons in their own individual field. And let's be real here, folks. I mean, I'm coming up on 49 years old. Both of these two men were such a prevalent part of my childhood growing up. I mean, anybody that grew up in the 80s, you're better off for having these guys in your life and in the culture that we grew up in. I what can I say about Ozzy that's not been said already? 100-fold over.
By many people.
Yeah, by many people, far more astute and far more, well versed to eulogize somebody that is such a prevalent part of not only the music industry but the culture that we grew up in. I don't do the man justice. That and also, I really don't. I just really don't feel like bringing it back up and bumming everybody else out. I mean, that may sound kind of like a cop out, but there you go. That's what it is. Jordan, that's a good point there. And I know that that's something that I'm guilty of. I know my videos typically run kind of long, and there's times where I've tried my damnedest to cull that down, and unfortunately, I just can't.
I mean, there's always chloroform.
Yeah, but then I can't talk, and I can't move.
Well,
So you're saying that everybody wants to see a fat guy laying on the floor twitching?
We would just cut it and say until next time.
Okay, whatever. But anyway, let me work on the little shorts and stuff. Now I've been doing a little bit of that over on the Patreon, just kind of dabbling with it. The thing is, it's kind of hard for me to remember to do that stuff throughout the day during the workday, just because it's the workday, and you know, I've got a ton of shit going on, and I'm trying to get stuff done. And there's a lot of stuff that I video. There's quite a bit of stuff I take pictures of. And a lot of times I'm just not happy with it, so I end up, well, that goes in the round file. But there's a lot of times I just get caught up at work and I just forget. Pete, that's awesome, dude. Uh, man, I'm trying to remember. I'm wanting to say the first Ozzy album that I had was Blizzard of Oz. I believe so, but man, it's been a long time ago. It's hard to remember. Well, Flash, if you've seen them around that time frame, you've seen them about the time frame that I showed up. Period. Much respect to you, sir. Yeah, I never did get a chance to see Ozzy. Never did.
We talked about it one time.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it, and that was about all we did.
Schedules didn't align it, and yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't that, babe. I mean, we were broke as shit. I mean, we were.
Well, yeah.
Hell, we were living in Oklahoma.
Was it Oklahoma?
Yeah, we were still living in Oklahoma. I mean.
No, I was talking about one of the visits, like 5 years ago, whenever they did a quick one stop in and out.
I don't remember that, but. Nebby, yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
The last concert I went to, well, I mean, not the last concert, because the last one was, oh goodness, what was it?
Was it Hailstorm or Billy Joel?
No, it was that hip hop country band, but it was before that. It was Hailstorm, Lizzie Hale, and that was the fourth time I had seen that woman in concert. And y'all, I'm telling you, her pipes are phenomenal. I could listen to her without music.
This is kind of an ongoing argument between me and the beloved wife unit, because we both picked Lizzie Hale as our hall pass chick.
Me first.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I would let Lizzie Hale put a baby in me. Okay, that's how dedicated I am to this.
Okay, I wouldn't.
But yeah, I mean, Lizzie Hale, y'all. Wow.
Extremely talented artist.
And I have the utmost respect for her abilities and her talents as an artist. Oh boy, y'all.
Ooh.
Oh wow, no mercy. That's awesome, dude. 5, that's cool. The first concert that I ever went to that was like live, I went with my mom, and it was Great White and 38 Special playing Harper Stadium in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Little bitty pissant rodeo arena. Jordan, I can't help you with that, Bubba. I can't. I'm sorry.
I cannot see the name Biff and not think of Back to the Future. I'm
Right?
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Get out of my head, because that's where I was going with that. Okay, you beat me to it.
But my most viewed artist next to Lizzie Hale is, I mean, let's be honest, it's Shinedown.
Yeah.
Forever and a Day, Shinedown.
Yeah. Shinedown's a hard act to beat. I mean, we've seen them a couple of times live and in color, and I mean, I've never been to a Shinedown performance and thought, it was okay. You know, I'm sorry, they always put on one hell of a show.
I think the craziest show we ever went to was that New Year's Eve downtown Nashville.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
they had Hank. Who else played beside Hank
Hank-
Jr.?
I don't know because everything went crazy as soon as St. June.
Yeah,
Y'all.
yeah, we were downtown Nashville. Was it 20? I think it was 2011.
No, it was 2013.
Was it
I think
2013?
it was 2013.
2012, 2011, 2012, 2013, something like that. But New Year's concert, downtown Nashville, right there on Broadway and Second Ave. That's where they had stage set up. And Junior comes out on stage, and then next thing you know, there's literally a couple of hundred bottles of Jack Daniels getting passed around into the crowd in front of the stage. Oh shit. That was a party. Rainey, you're not thinking of Black Roses, are you? Because that feels like Black Roses. They all turned into like demons and shit.
Have I read that book?
It's not a book, it's a movie. And you would probably judge me based on this movie.
I think you would judge me based on the trigger warning list in my books.
The soundtrack was fucking awesome. The movie, not so much.
Okay, Rainey, Google it and then tell me whether the title changed based on what you thought it was. Because there was one movie growing up. It was like a D-rate cult flick that I remember as a kid that for the life of me, I remembered my entire life as Bloodstone. It was this, cheap
Matthew, you are
vampire.
not wrong there.
It was this cheap vampire movie and everything, but for some reason, I really enjoyed it. And I remembered it as Bloodstone. Lo and behold, years later, I go to look it up and find out that years after the fact, they changed the title to Subspecies. And I'm like, what?
Well, no, that was one of the sequels. It was either 2 or 3. It was it was Bloodstone Subspecies 3.
No, it
Or am I backwards there?
it literally started out as Bloodstone and it got changed to Subspecies.
Oh, maybe. No, I wasn't Lost Boys. Wasn't Lost Boys, guys. But I know the movie that she's talking about, and I mean, this is something that you would most likely find on Joe Bob Briggs's drive-in theater at like 2:00 in the morning. Okay, we're talking that level of B-rate movie, but still in all, it had a kick-ass soundtrack. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys were talking about the soundtracks of Lost Boys. I agree with you there. Yeah. Species was a good one. Natasha Henstridge.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey now.
Wow. Big wow.
Weird Science is playing at Polk Theater before too long.
Really?
Yep.
May have to relive some of the old days.
And the movies are $5 a head.
$5 a head.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
You're welcome.
Anyway, gang, I tell you what, we are going to wrap this up right here, right now, and give everybody a chance to stretch your legs, go pee, find some snackies in a juice box. Let's all get together over on Josh's video and see what the hell's up with that. Rumor has it he did something dumb with a shovel. Imagine that. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with us. I know this was definitely off the cuff and unplanned. We will attempt to resume our regularly scheduled programming next Monday, okay? Same bat time, same bat channel.
What is your wingspan?
There. That's all I got.
Take more vitamins.
But what, you want me to emphasize the vitamin D?
I'm glad you know your alphabet.
Anyway, I love you guys. Just remember, we will be here next week, and this is where all the cool kids gather. So I look forward to seeing y'all. And trust me, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate every single damn one of you that's been hanging out with us for the last year, because so far it's been one hell of a ride, and we ain't planning on pulling into the station anytime soon. Okay. See y'all next week, gang.